Hi, so we're with Eric.
Eric Chase, Glendale, California.
Glendale, California. Eric Chase. And you are a buyer of stock footage, is that correct?
I'm a buyer, yeah. I use post-production and Pond5 as a tool to put backgrounds for my clients who are too cheap to actually, or don't have the knowledge or know-how to actually go to these locations and shoot things themselves. They do have access to a green screen, and they'll shoot a ton of stuff on green screen and don't know what to put behind the green screen. And so when it comes to me, it's like, okay, now what do you want to do with it, you know? And that's where Pond5 helps a lot. And the other thing that I found was that they also have After Effects animations too. So if you know a little bit about After Effects, you can buy their templates and plug in Pond5 backgrounds or your own backgrounds or just about anything. Or if you need a logo created that's really cool and snazzy, you can pay somebody $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $10,000 to create it, or go on Pond5 with a $20 purchase and a little After Effects experience, and booyah, you got something that has a lot of production value by itself.
Well, you know, I'm one of the artists. I'm one of the oldest artists on Pond5, and I don't mean that age-wise either. Okay. All right, I've been with Pond5 for several years. I actually have a couple of After Effects templates up there, but you haven't bought any of those. Why? I'm just messing with you. What would you say if you could tell artists, shooters, creators, media artists, which is what I write about in my new ebook called Shut Up and Shoot, what would you recommend or tell them that they should kind of pay a little more attention to or whatever have you when they produce stuff?
Well, the best thing, I guess, is on the top of your lips, I'd say, is go on Pond5 ahead of time, before you shoot, knowing exactly the angles in which you'd like to have that in. And on Pond5, you can download H.264 QuickTimes and try them into your project for sure. But if you're planning to shoot a green screen, knowing what you have in mind is a really big help. And I usually print them out on paper or use an iPad and have those at hand, and just know the angle and the size in which you're shooting at helps a lot on the set.
Well, I always have this fun conversation, and we have this fun conversation in the community online. You know, people say, oh, don't shoot any more ducks in a pond, or don't shoot any more clouds. And so deliberately I'll go out and shoot clouds because I have this really cool blue screen called the Sky, and I pre-key them. And amazingly enough, no matter how many times you shoot, you'll get those sold because they're so generic and wonderful to use. This was another plug for more of my footage, so visit the links here below this video if you're watching it on stockmediaartist.com. Do I have to repeat that, or do you want to say it?
No, they can pause it. It's a digital era.
Stockmediaartist.com, and that's where this video. And if you're there, follow the links, and you'll find Pond5, and you'll find that cloud footage, and you'll find the After Effects project that you've been talking about, right?
Oh, you know what? My biggest bitch about Pond5, and trying to do something differently, is the knuckleheads do everything at either 25 frames per second or 30 frames per second. There's not a ding-dong thing that is at 24. And 24 is like that ubiquitous frame rate that you do everything at these days. I mean, as a post-film professional, shoot a lot of on red, a lot of Canon 5D. Everything is done movie-wise, independent project-wise, is always done at 24. Even a lot of TV that want to have that film look, feeling, is shooting a lot of things at 24. And it's a real tough thing to try to keep things at that. Otherwise, it's just not going to convert correctly. So what you ended up having to do is you have to use cinema tools and convert things. You know, if someone shot at 30, change it to 24, and then put it into your project. Otherwise, it's going to stutter, you know, and that's really not useful.
Well, and now you know why I put up that tutorial showing you how to exactly bring out those different renders in After Effects so that you can process the different frame rates, get them out correctly, particularly when you do time lapse. Right there, it's an easy thing, and how to produce up to 4K footage, up in 24p. Awesome.
Okay.
That's great input, man. I really appreciate your time. And we are at NAB 2012. And actually, how much do I owe you for this?
Yeah, no.
Okay. All right. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching.